Welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday. We have a new best of breed at the Westminster Dog Show.
Yes, we do. Standard Poodle. And we have some local groomers and trainers. They brought their Standard Poodle. We're going to learn more about the breed. Beautiful dog. Wait till you see her. Yeah. Karma is going to join us in just a little bit.
It's good karma.
Yeah.
But first, here's what's making news on this Wednesday. State Republicans are backing off plans to close a troubled juvenile detention center.
A Marquette University dean is hit and killed by a vehicle on campus in Milwaukee.
And the New Hampshire primary gave some candidates a boost, but the others are already focusing on South Carolina.
Let's take a look outside today. It started out nice and sunny, clouded over a little bit this afternoon.
Relatively warm, not bad out.
Yeah, not bad, but things are about to change.
There's the weather words. Here we go. Dana, where are we going?
A little colder. We are not moving in a great direction. I guess if you're a really big fan of bitterly cold temperatures, but I find that most people are not. So here's a live look out of Platteville where we have a cloudy sky right now. There are some flurries and light snow coming down for us in parts of Grant County, starting to see that shift into Lafayette and Greene County. This is going to be the picture for the next few hours. So your drive home might include a few snowflakes, but we aren't expecting most of that accumulating light snow to really build in until tonight. Because of this, there are alert days in the forecast for tonight and early Thursday morning. Minor accumulations expected anywhere from 1 to 3 inches, with the highest amounts mainly southeast of Madison. And then for Thursday and Friday, it is going to be much colder outside. The coldest temperatures of the season and near record-breaking lows for early Friday morning. Wind chills will be dropping to that 15 to 25 degrees below zero range. Not a fun place to be, but we'll take a closer look at what's ahead with those temps and how long it's going to last in just a few minutes. Right now on the roadways, here's the Beltline and Park Street. Right now things are going along smooth, but it's something we're going to keep a very close eye on, of course, over the next few hours as the snow starts to build on in. Both east and westbound seem fine. Downtown, no delays. Right now in Janesville also looks good. For the interstate, you should be smooth all the way down to the state line. From Janesville to the Beltline, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and some parade to downtown, about 15 minutes on this cloudy evening. The last few evenings I've been able to say you can grab the shades, and I don't think you're going to need them for this evening.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Dana. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. First at 4, the head of the State Department of Corrections says it is very unlikely that a youth prison in northern Wisconsin will close on time.
That's after a committee voted down funding for its replacements. Amy Reed joining us now to explain what they did approve and how it impacts Dane County. Amy.
So back in 2018, the legislature agreed to close Lincoln Hills, a youth detention center in northern Wisconsin, after many reported problems. The state set up a timeline to close the facility by 2021, and they've already had to push the date back 6 months. Now, in order to meet the date, new facilities have to be built or old ones need to be improved. The Joint Finance Committee approved money for 4 county facilities today, including giving $6 million to Dane County to build out its youth detention center in the city-county building. But without funding to larger, better equipped state facilities, there aren't enough places for the kids to go.
The way that we demonstrate our priorities is where we put our investments, where we spend our money. And right now, we're making a decision not to spend our money to do what's best for the kids in this state and move these 2 Type 1 projects forward.
With the Mendota Juvenile Treatment Center. In budget discussions, the state laid out a plan to expand the center to help accommodate some kids from Lincoln Hills and Copperhead, the girls' facility. But today, Joint Finance didn't release that money, putting further strain on the situation. The State Secretary of Corrections said the way forward has to be bipartisan, but it does have to happen. He said based on previous lawsuits dealing with Lincoln Hills, it's possible a group like the ACLU could step in and force the legislature's hand.
We'll continue to follow it. Thanks, Amy.
A longtime Marquette University professor and dean was hit and killed by a vehicle on the school's campus last night. The university's president shared the news on Twitter this morning. Dr. Joe Daniels was the Keys Dean of Business Administration. The crash happened around 8:15 last night while he was crossing a main street on the campus. He was hit by a car driven by a 20-year-old. She was arrested on suspicion of drunken driving.
The Centers for Disease Control says the U.S. should be prepared for the coronavirus to gain a foothold in this country. The mood is darkening aboard the Diamond Princess, quarantined off Japan. Coronavirus continues to sweep through the cruise ship with at least 175 infections so far. Passengers say they're being treated well, but after 9 days at port, the strain is growing.
One of the passengers in the night were keeping other passengers awake. An old lady who was crying for a couple of hours in her cabin. You know, so yeah, life isn't as easy as it was last week.
There are 13 confirmed cases in the U.S., but the number continues to grow in China. China now confirms nearly 45,000 cases of coronavirus and more than 1,100 deaths. But the government says the infection rate is falling, triggering some questions about that on Capitol Hill. Lawmakers discussed whether China is underplaying the crisis to protect its economy.
With New Hampshire in the rearview mirror, the Democratic presidential contenders are plowing ahead to Nevada and South Carolina. Some have dropped out of the race after a poor showing. Others are promising a better performance in the next contest, and a few had the momentum from a strong finish last night. Lisa Mateo reports.
Senator Bernie Sanders won the most votes in New Hampshire, just as he did in Iowa.
This victory here is the beginning of the end for Donald Trump.
But the Vermont lawmaker only narrowly defeated former Mayor Pete Buttigieg. CBS News estimates they'll both walk away with 9 of the state's 24 delegates, which means Buttigieg remains the top delegate holder. Coming in a surprise third, Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Hello, America. I'm Amy Klobuchar, and I will beat Donald Trump.
The Minnesota lawmakers' campaign announced it's raised $2.5 million since polls closed in New Hampshire. She's hiring more staff in Nevada, South Carolina, and Super Tuesday states. Klobuchar solidly bested both Senator Elizabeth Warren and former Vice President Joe Biden, who left the state to campaign in South Carolina before the results were announced. Both Biden and Warren are emphasizing the nomination process is much larger than 2 states.
Our campaign is built for the long haul.
It ain't over, man. We're just getting started.
Biden has announced a bus tour in South Carolina and believes he can do well with the state's more diverse voter pool. That's also on the mind of Buttigieg, who has struggled to attract African-American voters.
I think the key is, first of all, to demonstrate that we are the campaign that can defeat Donald Trump. It is the top priority for so many Black and Latino voters that I speak to.
Wednesday, Buttigieg picked up his first endorsement from a Black South Carolina legislator. His campaign also says it's doubled its staff in Nevada to get registered voters to the caucuses. Lisa Mateo, CBS News, New York.
And businessman Andrew Yang, Senator Michael Bennet, and former Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick have all ended their White House runs. Billionaire and former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is focused on the Super Tuesday contest just a few weeks away.
President Trump praised his attorney general this morning after the Justice Department rejected its own prosecutor's sentencing recommendation for the president's longtime friend, Roger Stone. 4 career prosecutors abruptly withdrew from Roger Stone's case after the Justice Department overruled their recommendation for a 7 to 9 year prison sentence. In a memo Tuesday, the DOJ said the sentence would not be appropriate or serve the interests of justice.
I thought the recommendation was ridiculous. I thought the whole prosecution was ridiculous.
The president said he did not ask the Justice Department to intervene, and DOJ officials say they made the unusual move because they were unhappy with the prosecutor's recommendation in the case, not because of this tweet that the president sent, calling the original recommendation horrible and a miscarriage of justice.
Well, still to come at 4, a standard poodle hasn't been named Best in Show at the Westminster Dog Show since 1991.
Well, that changed last night when Siba took home the title. We'll talk with a couple of poodle trainers when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Built for your next adventure, it's the 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller. With symmetrical all-wheel drive, the Crosstrek has vehicle dynamics control and EyeSight driver assist technology. Lease the Crosstrek Premium, $239 per month plus tax, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, no security deposit, $1939 due at signing. Get all-wheel drive plus MPG. The 2020 Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller Subaru, West on Odana or East Side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
If you've put off updating your kitchen because you think it's too expensive, too messy, and takes too long, well, here at Mad City Kitchens, we say 2 days. That's right. In as little as 2 days, we can give your kitchen a brand new look, from cabinets and countertops to kitchen islands and more, with a wide selection of styles and colors, from oak gray to wild cherry, even chocolate pear. We've got the perfect color for your kitchen. You know Mad City, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. And now during our triple savings sale, save 3 ways. First, save $1,000 on kitchen upgrades. Second, ask about 0 interest for 24 months. And third, get a $100 Target gift card with purchase plus a bonus. Call during this program for free installation on new countertops. Call now for triple savings. Dial 608-298-5383.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
The Food and Drug Administration has issued a recall for a popular insulin pump used by thousands of patients with type 1 diabetes.
The recall applies to certain Medtronic Mini-Med 600 series insulin pumps. One patient has died and more than 2,000 have been injured by the devices. According to the FDA, the faulty pumps deliver incorrect insulin dosage, which can lead to serious medical complications. The defect has to do with a retaining ring that doesn't properly lock in the insulin cartridges. The recall includes about 322,000 devices. The FDA says they have received more than 26,000 complaints about the Medtronic insulin pumps. Diabetic patients with the devices are encouraged to call Medtronic or talk to their doctor or pharmacist. If their device is defective, the company will replace it, but they will need to use insulin injections in the interim. Well, January has come and gone, but for many Americans, fitness goals are in full swing. There's a dog coming up.
We got the poodle coming up next. This year, a different approach to working out is taking hold. All you have to do is forget the scale and trust your intuition. Morgan Martinez is trying something new. She's decided to ditch the normal workout routine and instead take up what's called intuitive exercise, listening to signals from her body to decide when, where, and how to work out. Experts say by ditching calorie counting and short-term weight loss goals, people instead can focus on how they feel, which leads to long-term fitness that is a lot more sustainable.
More strength, more flexibility, better cardiovascular function, more energy, better sleep, but you're doing so without it being a stress on your body.
Registered dietitian Alyssa Rumsey says who you follow on social media is important too. She says fitness influencers can motivate people to get in shape, but they can also have a negative impact for some people. If that's the case, she recommends her clients to unfollow that person. The CDC estimates 48 million Americans get a foodborne illness every year.
Some cases come from food bought at the supermarket. Now, a new report is urging grocery stores to do more to warn customers about recalled products. In 2018, more than 6 million pounds of ground beef were recalled over fears it could be contaminated with salmonella. But months later, people were still getting sick. They apparently had frozen the meat and later ate it, never knowing about the recall. The FDA and USDA post recalls and depend on the media to get the word out, but it doesn't reach everyone. Now, the consumer advocacy group US PIRG, is that it? PIRG is calling on grocery stores to help.
Using supermarkets to warn the public about these dangerous foodborne illnesses would help seriously protect public health and make sure people don't end up in the hospital or worse.
Adam Garber worked on that report and graded 26 major grocery stores on how the public is alerted of potentially dangerous food that was previously sold. Only 4, Harris Teeter, Kroger, Smith's, and Target, received a passing grade. 22 others failed. US PIRG says more stores should use contact info from their loyalty programs to warn customers by email or phone about recalls. Currently, about 58% of supermarkets do that. On Wall Street, stocks ended the day with record closes across the board. The Dow Industrials added 275 points, closing at 29,551. The Nasdaq was up 87. The S&P 500 gained 21. Well, the winner of the 144th Annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show has finally been named.
There were more than 200 breeds vying for the top prize during the competition. Siba, the black standard poodle, strutted across the green carpet at Madison Square Garden after being crowned top dog. Nearly 3,000 dogs from around the world competed for the coveted prize. The owners and handlers say their preparation goes well beyond grooming. Before wowing the judges, some of the canines got to meet with spectators who traveled miles to see them perform. That is a beautiful dog. And we're joined now by 2 women and another beautiful dog who know a thing or two about raising poodles and show dogs.
Jackie Beam and Caitlin Reed are from Serenity Pet Spa in Madison, along with Karma.
Welcome, ladies.
Hi, thank you.
So this is Karma. This is the same breed that won Best in Show.
Yes.
But this is not a grooming thing here, right?
This is done to protect the coat. The banding is put up so that it doesn't get matted. There's not any breakage by people petting it and playing with it. It's all conditioned under there, and it's taken out about every 2 or 3 days and redone.
How old is Karma?
Karma's a 1.5 years old.
Do you think we could stand her up so people could see how beautifully she's groomed?
Absolutely.
Hi, sweet girl.
So this is the way poodles are groomed.
After a year.
After a year.
After a year, show poodles have to go into what they call a continental, and that's what this is. As a puppy, they are shown in what's called an AKC puppy trim, which they have all of this hair. They don't have the palms. It's just, this is a lot more hair into it.
And there's a reason for all these, right?
Yes.
There's a reason for the rosettes.
Rosettes is what they're
Yes,
rosettes.
the rosettes. So the rosettes are specifically designed to protect the joints of the dog in the cold water. They're primarily hunting dogs. They're multifaceted. They're great hunters. They're great guard dogs. They're fantastic family dogs. Intelligent. Just, you can't beat
they're smart dogs.
You can't beat poodles.
And they're so beautiful,
Oh,
too.
they're gorgeous, yeah.
How excited were you last night when the poodle won?
That's a beautiful poodle. She is absolutely beautiful.
And I mean, do you think it'll mean a lot for the breed?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
And she's retired. This is her last show, apparently.
It should, it should be. They were saying that she will probably retire after this because she is multiple Best in Show winning dog. So she's kind of won the biggest shows that she can win.
She's
done it all. 3 years old. She's amazing.
How much work is involved in this cut?
This is a lot of maintenance. She gets a bath once a week by her mom. This is all, you can't use what's called a force dryer on these. After a certain point, you have to fluff dry them. So it's 2 to 3 hours of grooming once a week.
Wow, so it's a commitment.
At least,
And you don't have to do this if you own a poodle.
Oh, absolutely not. No, there are plenty of pet options for grooming. You don't have to shave them, but there's a lot of different options you can do with poodles.
And what is this called, like around her chest? Is that just the...
Oh, her bib?
Yeah,
her
a bib.
jacket?
Yeah.
And these protect the wrists?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
So you'd recommend a poodle?
Oh yeah, they're amazing dogs.
We do quite a few of them, yep, and we love each and every one.
You wouldn't think that they're guard dogs and hunters. They have sort of a with a cut like this
are.
is a little.
I know.
It's a bit more exaggerated than their field type.
Are we keeping you up here?
How often do you have to groom a poodle?
We suggest poodles, depending on the length of coat that you desire. If you like your dog to be nice and tight, you can go 6 to 8 weeks with it. If you like to be a little bit more flashy, a little bit more flair, have a bit more length to your dog, we highly recommend 4 to 6 weeks to allow us to help you condition that coat and achieve the outcome you desire.
Well, she's a good girl for a year and a half.
So you leave these in until you show her, and that's when she gets the
so
big 1980s
what you saw on
hair.
Westminster, that's a full spray up. So yep. So it's section by section, and we hairspray it up and build it up to make that great shape. But when she's not competing, it is all banded up to protect it.
Well, thanks for bringing her out today.
Thank you so much. And where are your locations for your salon?
We're on the west side off of Odana Road and on the east side off of East Park Boulevard.
All right. Thanks again.
Really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thanks for having us.
All right. Still to come in forward, detecting eye problems in young children can be a challenge.
When we come back, now there's an app for that. We'll have more on that coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast. We'll be right back.
Don't miss the biggest night for animals in Dane County, Toto's Gala. Join Dane County Humane Society this March for an elegant evening with our 2- and 4-legged friends. Reserve your seats today at giveshelter.org.
If your kitchen is looking a little worn from years of wear and tear and you're ready for an update, then call Mad City Kitchens. Get the ball rolling with new cabinet doors and drawer fronts with so many styles and colors, from Cascade White and Solar Oak to Summer Flame and more. Choose custom hardware, and the best part, your kitchen updates can be installed in as little as 2 days. Now's a great time to call. During our triple savings sale, you'll save 3 ways. Save $1,000 on kitchen upgrades. Great financing. Ask about 0 interest for 24 months and receive a $100 Target gift card with purchase, plus more. Call during this program for the bonus free installation on new countertops. Call Mad City Kitchens now, 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
He's been a leader throughout the country for the past 12 years. Mr. Michael Bloomberg is here.
Leadership in action. Mayor Bloomberg and President Obama worked together in the fight for gun safety laws, to improve education, and to develop innovative ways to help teens gain the skills needed to find good jobs.
At a time when Washington is divided in old ideological battles, he shows us what can be achieved when we bring people together to seek pragmatic solutions.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
As a business owner, I have a lot of stress in my life. I find that a massage from Needed Relief really helps calm my mind.
Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness is more than a place where you can come to relax and be pampered. It's a place where you can revitalize your life. Revitalize those around you and give the gift of wellness with a Needed Relief gift certificate, available online.
That's exactly what I needed.
Wisconsin Vision. See more life. Don't miss the biggest night for animals in Dane County, Toto's Gala. Join Dane County Humane Society this March for an elegant evening with our 2- and 4-legged friends. Reserve your seats today at giveshelter.org.
Take a look at this. It's that time of the year to stock up on boxes of peanut butter, patties, caramel delights, and thin mints. Perhaps the most excited Girl Scout around is 98-year-old Ronnie Beckenstowe. She's proudly donned the Girl Scout uniform for 88 years, and this year is no exception. She started when she was 10 years old, the year 1932.
Oh, wow.
And she'll be selling more cookies at the end of the month.
I love that.
Good for her.
Good for her is right.
Well, the North Sea is churning up some waves off the coast of Portugal.
A big wave surfer, Alex Blotto, got caught up in the middle of one of them. Alex hit the water after being wiped out by a big wave during a competition off the coast. One of his teammates went out on a jet ski to rescue him, but on their way back to the beach, the pair were hit by another massive wave. Alex was pulled unconscious from the waters and rushed to the hospital where his condition has been stabilized. That's
scary.
Terrifying. I don't do water.
Apparently, that's one of the most dangerous places on the planet to surf.
I would imagine the big waves and the rocky shoreline. Nope.
But he'll be okay.
He'll be okay. He's in the hospital, stable, good to go.
Yeah, that is good news. Now for us, it's snow and then the cold, right? It's a 1-2 punch.
Yes, yes. We get a little bit of both, a little bit of winter for the end of the week. Temperatures are going to fall, wind chills are going to fall. Right now we do have some light snow starting to creep on in. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead right after the break.
If you've put off updating your kitchen because you think it's too expensive, too messy, and takes too long, well, here at Mad City Kitchens, we say 2 days. That's right. In as little as 2 days, we can give your kitchen a brand new look, from cabinets and countertops to kitchen islands and more, with a wide selection of styles and colors, from oak gray to wild cherry, even chocolate pear. We've got the perfect color for your kitchen. You know Mad City, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. And now during our triple savings sale, save 3 ways. First, save $1,000 on kitchen upgrades. Second, ask about 0 interest for 24 months. And third, get a $100 Target gift card with purchase plus a bonus. Call during this program for free installation on new countertops. Call now for triple savings. Dial 608-298-5383.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like James lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds.
Oh. Ozempic does not increase the risk of major cardiovascular events like heart attack, stroke, or death.
There's no increased risk.
Oh.
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh. Ozempic should not be the first medicine for treating diabetes or for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
So So we've got snow and cold building on in for the next few days. First, we get the snow. Looking ahead through the next 12 hours, the peak really is tonight, this evening, and then that snow tapering off by tomorrow morning. Looking at our radar, we do have a few areas that are already seeing some light snow and flurries. Most of that snow band is still off to the northwest, though. It is going to sink further southeast and bring us about 1 to 3 inches for our accumulation totals overnight. That cold front driving it also off to the northwest. So in front of this front today, we saw temperatures above average, much of the area reaching the upper 30s. And now behind it, we're going to fall quite a bit. Colder air is going to move on in once we get through the snow chances. And these temperatures are going to be well below zero, not just below average. Wind chills also dropping well below zero. So a very cold into the week throughout the day on Thursday and for Friday. Right now, we're mostly cloudy. Expect the chance for some light snow and flurries throughout the evening and overnight. You can see where the wind is converging there. That's right when the cold front passes just around midnight. Behind it, it's going to become more windy outside and temperatures are going to drop. For early Thursday morning, your commute into work, most of the snow will stop. We may have a few flurries for the very southeast corner of the state. Otherwise, our skies through the afternoon will get a little bit of sunshine coming on through, becoming partly sunny later on in the day and just falling with our temps. Cold air building in with that breeze from the northwest. Accumulation totals have backed off just a little bit, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches expected for almost all of southern Wisconsin. Again, some higher totals possible towards Milwaukee, where they may see a little lake effect snow, but the lesser amounts will be stretching from La Crosse to the Dells, areas north and west of Dane County. So our wind chills for early Thursday morning will be below zero. That's not as bad as Friday morning, though. Throughout the day on Thursday, it's never going to feel like we climb up into the single digits. For Friday morning, our wind chills will be ranging from 15 to 25 degrees below zero. So a very cold start to the day with our temperatures, of course, also below zero. Alert days are in the forecast for tonight and Thursday, and for Thursday and Friday. Kind of segmented a little bit because the two focuses here. Light snow coming through 1 to 3 inches by the morning, with the heaviest amounts southeast of Dane County. For Thursday and Friday, it is going to be windy during the day behind that cold front, with temperatures falling during the day on Thursday and near record cold possible for early Friday morning. Tonight, we'll see our temps fall to about 10 degrees. Light snow building in. It is going to be windy and a little colder outside. For tomorrow, we're going to hit 12 pretty early on in the day, and then the temperatures fall through the afternoon. We'll be in the single digits in the evening. Overnight lows dropping to about 11 below for Friday. The record is 13 degrees below zero, so close to a record that we would like to not break. This is for Valentine's Day on Friday. Thankfully, it is a quick cold snap. By Saturday and Sunday, we're back in the 30s for afternoon highs, and as we look ahead to next week, it seems like temperatures are going to stay a little above average for most of the week, Wednesday being the cold day with some sunshine. But the next 2 days, you'll definitely want to make sure you're layering up, bundling up as you head on outside. And for tomorrow morning, give yourself a little extra time, of course, with the snow coming through, just to get things cleaned on up.
Very short dog walks coming.
Yeah.
Just in the backyard.
I think it's just quick out and back in.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be. All right, Dana, thank you.
Thank you, Dana. Detecting vision problems in young children can be a challenge because they usually don't know what normal vision looks like.
Now, an app that scans photos on your smartphone can instantly identify unusual glares that could be a sign of 27 different eye conditions.
Omar Villafranca shows us how one little boy's painful struggle inspired his father to help other families before their children lose their sight.
Landon Lessman acts like any other curious and playful 6-year-old. But what you can't see is that Landon has Coates disease, a blood vessel disorder that left him with limited vision in one of his eyes. His mom, Sarah, says the clues were hard to spot.
Landon was a little delayed in all of his gross motor and fine motor development.
4 years ago, Lessman noticed a white glare in her son's left eye in pictures taken with a flash. The Texas mom thought it was just bad lighting until she started doing some research.
I remember seeing some kind of news article or news report about a little boy having cancer in his eye, and it was caught by a glow in the eye like that. And my mom alarm bells started going off.
Lessman downloaded Cradle, an app that scans photos already on your phone for white eye glares, which can be a symptom of Coates disease, cataracts, or even a type of eye cancer called retinoblastoma. The app found several white glares, and a specialist confirmed Landon had Coates disease. Brian Shaw created Cradle to help spot symptoms not easily seen by the naked eye.
People started using it immediately. In the first few months, it was downloaded, I think, about 80,000 times. To use that one, it should be...
The Baylor University biochemist knows all too well the importance of catching eye disease early. His oldest son, Noah, was diagnosed with retinoblastoma at 4 months old. Shaw says he remembers seeing unusual glares in pictures of Noah just days after his birth, but didn't realize that, unlike the red eye typically seen in flash photos, a white glow could be a sign of trouble. By the time Noah's eye cancer was diagnosed, it was too late to save his right eye.
If we got him in at 12 days old, he wouldn't have lost his eye.
What is that moment like when something that you've created is keeping someone else from going through the pain that your son had to go through?
That's the best feeling in the world. There's no better reward.
Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Waco, Texas.
Fascinating.
That's going to help so many people just to know that, to look for a white
flash
white eye instead of red eye, yeah.
Doctors say that while eye apps can generate false positives, any white glare should be checked out quickly to limit disruptions to early vision development.
Well, there's more to come tonight at 4, including another look at traffic.
And tonight at 5, American astronaut Christine Cook is back on planet Earth and is speaking for the first time since returning. We'll hear from her tonight at 5.
Ashley Home Store's 72-hour mattress marathon is through President's Day Monday. Find unbeatable mattress doorbusters up to 70% off during the biggest sale of the year. Plus instant savings up to $800 through President's Day Monday at Ashley Home Store.
Surgenian's 90-year history means you pay $90 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad, your furniture moved, and your old carpet recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Spend more time on your health, not your drive to the gym. Anytime Fitness has 40 area locations, so they're close to home and work. Get more strength training, more cardio, and more coaching at Anytime Fitness. Join by February 14th and get the month free.
This is home. This is Attic Angel Community, where your passions can flourish and heartstrings connect in lasting ways. With smiles, laughs, and good friendships. Where beauty and comfort surround you. Where every day is worth living. This is home and life's pleasures are here. Attic Angel Community, bringing out the magic of living.
Now's the best time to make your dream kitchen a reality with one call to Mad City Kitchens. Update those cabinets with water-resistant wood stains and finishes, from candlelight to natural maple, even Persian cherry. We have the perfect color for your kitchen. Finish the transformation with architectural countertops and custom hardware, installed in as little as 2 days. Mad City Kitchen serves the greater Madison area from Wisconsin Dells down to Beloit throughout south central Wisconsin. Act now during our triple savings sale. Save 3 ways. First, save $1,000 on kitchen upgrades. Second, ask about 0 interest for 24 months. And third, get the $100 Target gift card with purchase. Plus, last chance to call during this program for the bonus free installation on new countertops. Call 608-298-5383.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's 72-hour sale is through Monday only. Save thousands instantly on price drops from top appliance manufacturers. Get interest-free financing, plus a 10-year limited warranty and doorbusters store-wide. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Tonight at 5, the Department of Corrections says the troubled youth prison in Wisconsin will have to stay open longer. We'll tell you why at 5.
Light snow tonight will end early tomorrow, but a blast of Arctic air will keep temperatures falling tomorrow to near record cold levels by Friday morning. Our first warn forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, we are talking with the spokesperson for Wisconsin Hmong Association about the Trump administration wanting to deport thousands of Hmong residents. We'll have that story for you tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Here's a live look at downtown downtown Madison. Kind of a gray afternoon, a little precipitation on the way. For Black History Month, CBS News is celebrating trailblazers who became leaders in their field and helped change the course of history.
This afternoon, we hear from two civil rights attorneys. Fred Gray was the lawyer for Rosa Parks and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955.
And Benjamin Crump, a renowned attorney known for representing the families of the slain teenagers Trayvon Martin in Florida and Michael Brown in Missouri.
I didn't have the privilege of going to any integrated anything.
Yes, sir.
And my whole idea was to destroy segregation. I started going to the NAACP meetings, and I met Rosa Parks. We would sit and share our lunches and talk about the problems. So on December 1st, it was like any other day that we had talked. We had our lunch, came back late in the evening, and I had phone calls from a whole lot of people. And I found out that Ms. Parks had been arrested. I went over, she told me she wanted me to represent her, and I told her I would. But I also told her, I said, well, Ms. Parks, you know, we've been dealing with this problem on the buses for a long time now. But you know, there has been talk in the community about people staying off of the buses as a protest. And if we're going to do that, now is the time. To make a long story short, went across town to Joanne Robinson's house, and we sat in her living room on the evening of December 1st and the morning of December 2nd and made the plans for the Montgomery bus boycott. But then we said that we need to have the preachers involved in it.
Amen.
A majority of the Negro citizens of Montgomery, Alabama, have refrained from riding city buses since December 5th.
That's how Dr. King was introduced. And then officially, Dr. King was made and appointed the spokesman for the group, and the rest of it is history.
Outrage over the fatal shooting of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin.
Protesters are demanding the arrest of that neighborhood watch captain.
I think a lot went into the background of people knowing about Trayvon Martin and this kid who was walking home minding his business when this neighborhood watch volunteer with a 9mm gun profiled, pursued, and shot him in the heart. 2 days later, his father called. I cannot articulate the sound that was coming from his voice, this sound of heartbrokenness. He said, my son, Trayvon Martin, was walking home from the 7-Eleven, and the neighborhood watch volunteer shot and killed him. There are two battles. It's the battle in the court of law and the battle in the court of public opinion.
No justice, no peace.
And I understood that the only way we were going to win this battle in the court of public opinion was going to be with the young people and the young energy and those young people who will become Black Lives Matter. It was the young people on social media who got Trayvon Martin to mainstream media. And it was a lesson now that has been duplicated dozens and dozens of times since then.
Frequently, people will say, well, Fred Gray, they say you did so much in the civil rights movement. I never did see you out there marching. I said, that's correct. I only marched for ceremonial reasons. My role was not to march. My role was to get the law and have the law protect the individuals so they could march. The Civil Rights March consisted of people doing a lot of things. Some made speeches, some marched, some did legal work, but it took all of it. But it was because we worked together and was able to do it. But the struggle continues.
I always marveled at what Dr. King said when he said we all have a role to play in the struggle.
Trailblazers indeed. Black History Month continues through the end of February.
Still to come at 4, the men's and women's rowing team on the UW-Madison campus are going to have a very busy evening.
They're one of 8 universities rowing their way to raise money for brain cancer research. We'll find out more about the Connor Erg Challenge when Live at 4 continues.
One of our favorite Portage families here at the Portage Furniture Store, the Ayers family, that has grown a little bit since, he says high five. That's right. Since the last time we were here.
We sure have. Austin and I, proud 3rd generation owners, and now we're working on our 4th generation. We've seen generations of customers come through, and I think we take a lot of joy in seeing, hey, my parents bought from your dad, or bought from your uncles, or bought from your grandpa, and now Austin and I get to enjoy that ourselves.
How much fun is it on the days you come back into town and the 3 of you are together?
It's very special. Like I said, the longevity from my dad and uncle started in 1940 to now. Very special.
We're very, very proud to showcase predominantly American-made brands and companies that we've worked with for a very long time. We have a number of great lines, including Serta Mattresses, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and England.
And not everyone has the Ayers last name, but everybody here, I know you guys consider family.
Yeah, we really have some wonderful people here, including, 2 salespeople, Rosie and Punky, who have been here with us from the very beginning, and we're really thankful for them.
Yeah, they really make you guys, they're the ones who make you all look good.
Yeah, they are.
No doubt.
And we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, well, he said it. I did. What are some of the biggest things that sets you guys apart?
The free delivery. Yeah.
They still got it. I was wondering.
We do.
Glad to hear it.
And on top of a first-class free delivery service, we're very proud of our huge selection of top name brand furniture at guaranteed low prices.
Well, with the free delivery, we've got a lot of stops, but I'm glad you're helping me. From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. He's excited.
Come to the circus, the biggest show in town. Come to the circus.
See the elephants, tigers, dogs, and all the fun to be had at the Shrine Circus. Enjoy the magnificent elephants while you still can and make memories for a lifetime. Bring the family one and all to the Shrine Circus.
Come to the circus, the biggest show in town.
It's time to renew your body and mind. It's time for Stressless. Right now, save hundreds with a free leather upgrade. Or $300 on the immensely popular Stressless Sunrise, featuring innovative ergonomic comfort systems and multiple sizes for a personalized fit. Don't wait. It's time for Stressless. Proud to be endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association. Visit stresslessfurniture.com.
Right now, the Beltline actually looks okay. Both east and westbound are moving along. We're seeing a few more delays, though, on the eastbound side, but we don't have any accidents to report currently. Again, those delays starting close to Park Street, continuing through John Nolan, and then speeds pick right back on up. Downtown Janesville should be all smooth, and the interstate looks pretty good right now. To get from Janesville to the Beltline, it's 24 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and the drive from Sun Prairie to downtown a little longer than usual, about 18 minutes for us right now. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Don't go chasing this waterfall. Perhaps it's a water up. A waterfall called Jenny's Lum appeared to flow upwards during a huge storm in Scotland. It's the same storm responsible for the record-setting New York to London flight we told you about earlier this week.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Quite a sight. Well, the Badger men's and women's crew teams will be rowing their hearts out tonight for brain cancer.
Connor's Erg Challenge is a rowing relay among some of the top teams in the country. An erg, we should mention, is just a rowing machine. It's short for ergometer, if you're wondering what an erg is. Now, in its 5th year, the event is hosted by the Robert Connor Dawes Foundation to raise money for pediatric brain cancer, the #1 killer of young people. Connor's Erg was created by Liz Dawes in memory of her son, Robert Connor Dawes, who was planning to row in college until brain cancer robbed him of that dream. Liz has come all the way from Melbourne, Australia to Madison for Connor's Erg tonight. Liz, it's so great to see you.
Good to see you. Oh, well, thank you. And this is home.
Yeah, that's right.
Me.
That's right. You're a UW grad.
UW grad. I'm from Beaver Dam. My husband, Elm Grove, and all three of our children were born in Milwaukee.
That's right, and raised in Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but it's good to be back.
You know, I always say that it is moms at their kitchen tables who rule the world.
Absolutely.
And you are one of my prime examples of that. You started this foundation after you lost your son at 18 to brain cancer. Tell us a little bit about Connor's story.
Well, Connor was a normal teenager. He was, you know, busy with school, busy with sport, busy with his social life, and just had these sort of strange symptoms that seemed to be getting more prevalent than going away. A bad headache, he was tired, he was fatigued, he was losing his short-term memory, but really nothing we could put our finger on. So after repeated trips to the doctors, back and forth, unfortunately, on one fateful day, they discovered a very large brain tumor.
And he lost his life.
And 18 months after that, he lost his life after a long drawn-out surgery, treatment, rehab, radiation, chemo. But he was amazing through all of that. And for anybody listening who's been able to be with people when they're going through their own health situation, you know, they often amaze you with their philosophy, their acceptance of what's happened to them. And Connor was certainly that. He was amazing. And we really wanted to carry on his legacy and do something to make a difference.
So it's a fundraiser tonight. Tell us what's going on tonight.
Okay, so Connor loved to row, and rowing is a very big sport in high school in Australia, and he wanted to row. Wisconsin was one of his top picks, of course. And so after he passed away, we approached Wisconsin. Stanford was an original team with us, and said we wanted to do something. So some brainstorming ensued, and obviously geography came into play, and how could we do something? And we came up with this 100-kilometer, which is 62-mile, relay race. So there'll be the men, the women, the lightweight women tonight at Madison. They'll all be doing it in their groups as a relay, and I think they go on for a kilometer, which is really, really hard, fast rowing for about 3 to 4 minutes. They hop off, somebody else goes on, and they race to see who can get to 100K first.
This is some video from last year. It is an amazing thing to see, and they're racing against some of the top teams in the country.
Yes, this year we're really lucky. We've got Syracuse back, Duke's involved, Princeton, MIT, Virginia's been involved. So we've got some great schools, and everybody is so enthusiastic and really trying to raise as much money as they can.
$90,000 so far, over $100,000 with this contest.
With this, yep. So up to this year, Wisconsin had helped raise $90,000 with this event. They've already are getting very close to the $10,000 mark. In fact, they may have already surpassed it. So just fantastic. And we take that money. It all stays in Madison at the American Family Children's Hospital, and we work really close with them on some very specific pediatric brain cancer research.
This is a spectacular event, and if you'd like to donate or support a specific team,
the Badgers,
visit connorserg.org, or you can learn more about the Robert Connor Dawes Foundation and donate anytime at the RCD Foundation.org.
Yeah, it's connorserg.com.
Okay.
Yeah, RCD Foundation.
It's right on the screen.
.org.
Liz, great to see you again.
Great to see you. Thank you so much.
Enjoy your time in Madison.
Okay.
Go Badgers. It's our year this year. We hope so. The Connors Cup.
We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
Wait, pretty roll playback.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness is more than a place where you can come to relax and be pampered. It's a place where you can revitalize your life. Revitalize those around you and give the gift of wellness with a Needed Relief gift certificate. Available online.
It's exactly what I needed.
He's
been a leader throughout the country for the past 12 years. Mr. Michael Bloomberg is here.
Leadership in action. Mayor Bloomberg and President Obama worked together in the fight for gun safety laws, to improve education, and to develop innovative ways to help teens gain the skills needed to find good jobs.
At a time when Washington is divided in old ideological battles, he shows us what can be achieved when we bring people together to seek pragmatic solutions.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
This is the Denny's Super Slam. 2 bacon, 2 sausage, 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. And now make those pancakes all you can eat for $1. That's where the duper comes in. The all-new Super Duper Slam. Just $6.99. See you at Denny's.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Tonight at 5, we have alert days in the forecast. As snow and colder temperatures are moving in, we'll have team coverage. And while we're dealing with the wintry weather, the Brewers are in Arizona. Pitchers and catchers report for spring training. The latest on the crew at 5.
Mornings look a little different in every household, but weekday or weekend mornings, most of us just want to know what happened overnight and what's up in the day ahead. So turn on News 3 Now this morning, 7 days a week, for everything you need to plan your day.
A little snow on the way.
A little bit of snow. We'll get some flurries coming through over the next few hours, and then lighter snow expected overnight. So your drive to work tomorrow morning might be a little silly. Here's a look at our Doppler right now. So we are seeing a few spots with some light flurries coming on down. We have alert days in the forecast for tonight/Thursday morning. Because of the light snow coming on in, the heaviest amounts will be mainly southeast of Dane County. Then a separate alert day Thursday into Friday, because it's going to be very cold outside. For the first time, falling well below 0 for overnight lows. Near record-breaking cold possible on Friday.
All right, thanks, Dana. We'll be right back.